Good morning, happy Thursday. We are talking about lazy parents, parents that don't want to make time for their kids. And there's all kinds of reasons. When you have a child, that child, as soon as it's born, is your priority. That's it. Your world revolves around that child, not your friends. Those days are over. Not your job. You have a child. Yes, you have to provide for that child, but you need to provide decent daycare so that you can go to work. And after work, you don't go out drinking. You come home to your baby. Too often, I see parents that don't want to deal with their kids. Their kids have turned into little heathens, just running wild, breaking into cars, breaking windows, vandalizing, harassing people, just awful. Yeah, I don't know where they get that. Really? Or yeah, their uncle is like that, or their daddy or mom or whatever is just like that. They'll outgrow it. No, they won't. You have to do something about it because you're teaching them that it's okay to do this. There are no consequences to their actions. You're being a lazy parent. If your kid is having trouble at school, in all likelihood, it's reflecting a problem at home. Don't blame the teacher. Don't blame the curriculum. Look at what's happening at home. Why can't your child study? Are you guys too busy fighting and arguing, screaming and yelling? Are you never home? The child has a book report, but you're dragging the kid all over town visiting relatives or friends. Take accountability for your child because you have to. It's your child. You cannot plug a child in front of a TV from the age of 3 till they're 17 and expect them to become a productive member of society. They need socialization. They need sports. They need to, read and write and have a life. I know parents who will say, yeah, we're not into sports. We don't do sports. I wasn't good at sports. And they're telling their child who's 5, and kids who are 5, they're, mimicking t-ball and kicking a soccer ball and running around the yard. They'll say, no, we don't do that. No, we don't do sports. No, you don't like that. They're telling the child you don't like sports. The child starts school. There's going to be a problem. The child gets into middle school where you have physical education classes. There's a problem because the lazy parent never took the time to allow the child to explore running, t-ball, golf, swimming. You're a lazy parent. And don't give me the excuse you don't have time. Because in the evening, you have dinner, the child can be out in the backyard kicking a soccer ball. You have time. If it's a Nerf ball, they can kick that ball in the house. You have time. Make time. It's your child. They need the physical stimulation of going outside and running. They need the exercise. You wonder why your child's obese? You feed them junk all day and you don't let them exercise. You tell them it's not important. You wonder why your child has diabetes? What are you doing to your child? I see this all the time, and it is infuriating. The excuses I hear, they're mind-boggling. Babies are crying. Well, I put a bottle in, they'll be fine. They're still crying, they just closed the door. Maybe the baby's hurt. Maybe the baby's sick. Maybe you need to check. Oh, well, we didn't think of that. Leaving your child with people you don't know while you go out. Leaving your child alone, unattended while you go out. Well, they're in a crib. They're in a playpen. I put a bottle in. Seriously, people do this and then they leave and, oh, it'll be fine overnight. No, it's not a puppy. It's a child. Lazy parenting. It just breaks my heart because I will talk to the kids. And for them, it's the norm. And that's the sad part because it's not normal. It is by far not normal. The child will come home crying. feelings hurt, they had a fight with a friend, they fell down, fell off their bike. Parents don't want to hear it. They don't care. So go wash it up, put a Band-Aid on it. Oh, stop crying, you're fine. You don't know problems. Console your child, hug your child, sit down with them, fix the boo-boo, have a cookie, tell them it's okay. Talk to your child, have a dialogue. Let them know you love them. Tell them the words you love them. I do not ever want to hear, we don't say that in our family. Yeah, then start. I hear that a lot. Not just, and a lot, you may think it's coming from guys, and it's not. A lot of times it's coming from the moms. Well, I never heard it growing up. I don't give a rat's ass why you did or didn't hear. This child is going to hear it. You hug them tight. You hold them close, and you tell them how important they are to you, that you love them to the moon and back. Because, honey, if you can tell the person you're dating, then you can tell your child. I don't care how you were raised. Do better. Your child deserves better. If you were beaten, if you were hit, that doesn't mean you hit your child. When you hit a child, that's showing that you are out of control of the situation. Are you? Are you totally out of control, raging against your child? If that's the case, you need professional help. If you throw things at your child, if you beat a child, if you physically, emotionally, mentally abuse a child, verbally abuse a child, honey, it's abuse. That's why they call it abuse. You can't do that. I don't care if that's how you were raised, if that's how your family talked to you. Your child deserves better. You deserved better. So do better. It's that easy. Don't plug your kid in front of a TV, in front of an Xbox, in front of a laptop or an iPad and expect them just to be fine. I know parents because I deal with them. The kid doesn't want to go to school. Well, they don't want to go, so, we're going to try homeschooling. No, you're being lazy. Most kids don't want to get up in the morning and go to school. It's the way life is. You're going to go to school because someday they're going to have to go to work. That's why we go to school, to start training that you get up, you get ready, you go, you have tasks to perform. It's preparation for life. But there are parents, no, it's not worth the argument. They're going to scream, they're going to yell, they're going to cry, they're going to slam doors. They're going to tell me they hate me. Well, yeah, they probably will. It's called being a parent. They'll grow out of it and someday have children of their own. Stop being a lazy parent. Do you want your child living in your basement when they're 40 because you were too lazy to deal with them when they were 8, 9, and 10? Because that's what you're teaching them, that it's okay. They're like a potted plant. They can just sit there and you'll bring food down periodically and they just sit in their underwear. That's not normal. You are not building your child's self-esteem, their self-respect. You're not teaching them skills to use throughout their life other than to be, just sit there. Just sit and you'll feed them. What's going to happen if something happens to you and you're not there to feed them? And that does happen. Who's going to take care of them? Wherever they end up, are they going to be allowed to just sit and veg in front of a TV or an Xbox? Take responsibility for your child. Take responsibility for your child's life, for their physical welfare, their safety, their mental and emotional welfare. Love them. Tell them you love them. Show them you love them. Be involved in their life. Don't be a lazy parent.